Hi guys and welcome back to Game & Muscle videos. If you're unfortunate and you happen to like driving simulators, flight simulators and also virtual reality, it won't take long before you've got more USB cables in a USB cable repair shop. To deal with these USB cables, you probably want to get a USB hub. And if like me, you've probably found out that some USB hubs are good and some are bad. Well, the other day we bought a new USB hub from Amazon, the ORICO USB 2.0. They also do a 3.0 version, and this USB hub is actually a good one. So I thought I would share with you why it's a good USB hub and why you probably want to invest in one, or if not this specific one, why it's worth picking up something similar. But not only does it have 9 USB ports on it, including 2 charging ports that don't have any data going through them, but it also has 3 off switches, not an off switch for every single port, but 3 off switches, 1 for each cluster of 3 USB ports, and it's also mains powered. On top of that, not only does the mains power actually give power to the sockets and the phone charger, but the mains power actually works with force feedback steering wheels or other powered USB devices. Now, if you've gone through USB hubs, such as myself, you'll know it's pretty much hit or miss as to if the powered USB port will actually have enough power to work with your steering wheels or force feedback devices, or devices that actually draw a considerable amount of power. Furthermore, with this hub, what I've also found is that we can connect an additional hub to it. So it's a hub going to a hub, and that's got the webcam going through, which has a fairly high data rate. So with 2 HOTASes, or one HOTAS, force feedback steering wheel, dead spaces on button box, Logitech C190, Logitech webcam, can't remember its specific name, SHH shifter, ClubSport V2 pedals, a mouse and a keyboard, all going through this hub, and another hub that's attached to this hub. Everything operates perfectly, which I think is a miracle, and also I would say is a good sign for this ORICO USB hub. Now, the only other point that I think is worth mentioning and that I found really useful, and again added to the excitement of this USB hub, because let's face it, nothing is quite as exciting as USB hubs, is that crucially, when you turn off your devices, it seems to remember the specific addresses of them. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this works or how USB ports are addressed in Windows, but why this matters is because if you play games like Assetto Corsa, when you unplug a USB device and you put it into a different port, say you plug your wheel, you finish driving, you unplug your wheel each time you plug it into a different port because you've forgotten where it was, AC and some other driving games and some other games in general force you to then remap all your buttons because they think it's a completely different device. With this though, if you keep it in the same port, presumably keep the hub in the same plug, and you keep the USB port in it, and you just use the on and off buttons on the USB hub, it all remembers it. So going from your flight sims to your driving games, you just push the button to turn off the wheels of devices you're not using. And with them being in groups of 3, it's especially useful because you normally, you'd have a shifter, a wheel, and pedals. So one button is your driving sim controllers. One button goes to your HOTAS, for example, and one button can go to your peripherals that you always want to keep on. And basically, you turn them on and off as you want to use them, and it all works, which is a complete miracle. So there you go, ORICO USB 2.0 hub. I'll put a link underneath the video for this specific hub. There's probably other ones that work just as well. I think it'd be good if people in the comments put, if you put in the comments, say you've bought a USB 2 or 3.0 hub and it works with your sim gear and it's powered, put it in the comments, and it'll be useful for people that want to buy hubs in the future, that want something that works with your force feedback wheels. Last thing to say before we go, it is possible that plugging your steering wheels and your pedals through hubs, then into your computer, will add a degree of latency to your control. Now, I haven't noticed anything myself, but if you're putting stuff through chips and cables, there will be additional latency. Also, the way USB is addressed in Windows, it probably has to go through more paths and probably has to do more stuff. So there'll be an increase in latency. Not sure if that's appreciable, but it's worth keeping that in mind if you're trying to break some kind of sim racing world record. But for most of us, I don't think that'll be a problem. But there you go, ORICO leading technology. It says so on the hub. Fantastic USB hub. Don't forget to click subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. As I say, leave a comment if you've got a hub that works and is powered, so we have a reference for other people that want to get them and don't know what to get and they can't get hold of this one. I will see you in the next video we do. Thanks for watching and goodbye.